It's yet another day of altcoin euphoria here in cryptocurrency land. And as much as I like to constantly cover the same coins and obsess over how amazing they're going to be, the reality is that there are over 5,000 coins that are publicly listed on coinmarketcap and a significant amount that are not. There is so much opportunity exploding within this market that every day I'm pushing myself to find out more about coins that I have not covered. However, speaking about the coins that I have covered, they've done extremely well. If you're looking at the Lend token, Band Protocol, which we covered yesterday, if we're looking at Kava, Swipe, Link, so many of the coins that we've talked about are just exploding. Cryptocurrency investing is first and foremost about spotting trends in the market. As my good friend Crown from Crown's Crypto Cave would say, the trend is your friend. And the trend is your friend until the end of the trend, which might sound a little bit dumb, but the reality is trends continue until they don't. And that's how trading works in nearly every single market. And that's because there's one common ingredient in every single trading market, and that is you and me, humans. We make up the market. And as humans, we are very bad at controlling our emotions. That's why almost all markets experience emotionally driven cycles, whether they are bearish cycles or bullish cycles. They tend to reach points of euphoria. Now, I'm not saying what part of the cycle we're in right now, because for the last 3 years, altcoins have pretty much experienced non-stop carnage. Just bearish break after bearish break. So seeing them perform now and 10x, 20x, 100x might seem like altcoins have come back to life and are unstoppable, but in many ways this is just a reversal of the emotional trend that we've been in for the last 3 years. Now, as we're reversing this trend, as altcoins are starting to breathe new life into the cryptocurrency ecosystem, meanwhile, we have a backdrop of unprecedented liquidity, of money printing, the money printer going burr in a way that we've never seen before. This is creating a ton more liquidity and a ton more cash that needs to be stored in more secure assets. And that's what we're seeing in the stock market with the bullishness there, as we saw zombie stocks like Hertz explode even after declaring bankruptcy. And now we're seeing cryptocurrency, arguably the riskiest investment landscape in the world, exploding with popularity, new life, and new growth. And this growth is not happening within the most obvious and most established of the crypto assets. No, the top 10s are barely moving, except of course for Chainlink, which we've now covered several times on several videos. This movement, this growth is happening in the smaller tokens. These mid, small, and microcap coins are absolutely explosive right now. And even though I did a video a couple of days ago where I listed 25 tokens, the reality is that is a drop of pee in the ocean compared to the opportunity and the amount of coins out there. So today, we're going to be talking about some of the most exciting coins that I haven't told you about yet, but coins that I believe should both be on your radar and have the potential to do insane gains over the coming days and months. But also do not ignore the potentially transformative opportunities that are sitting right in front of you right here on the computer screen. And so without any further ado, let's dive into 3 coins that I think should absolutely be on your radar. They're checking boxes for narrative, fitting into the parts of the industry that are both needed as well as growing, and they have low enough market caps, I could see them delivering tremendous returns. We're going way down the list today. We're finding small and micro cap coins because I believe that that's where the opportunity truly is right now. I'm really excited about the interplay right now with the audience. You guys are giving me a ton of interesting suggestions about projects that maybe I haven't had time to research yet. So if I haven't covered the coin that you think is most interesting about this space, do me a favor and throw a comment down below, and maybe it'll catch my attention and I can spend some time researching it, and maybe soon it'll appear here on FUD TV. Speaking of which, guys, I know it's been a long time coming, but I'm actually going to be changing the name of the channel from FUD TV to Elio Trades. FUD TV also sort of began as almost like a meme, and now I get so many comments of people saying that it's off-putting because of the name FUD. They don't really understand or give the channel a chance because of the name. So for that reason, I'm going to be making it more personal, and the channel is going to be called Elio Trades. So as you see the logo change and as you see the name change of the channel in the coming days, don't worry, it's the same channel, same content. Just a brand new look and feel, guys.
Nice.
Before we dive into today's coins, I want to bring up the concept of how high the alt season can soar. This is a tricky thing to understand because alt seasons have happened only really twice or so in the past in cryptocurrency history. And as you can see here, you can measure alt seasons by looking at Bitcoin dominance. We pretty much have a dominance here that is in the high 90s of percent, high 80s, and then we get, a little alt season here in 2015, late 2014, and then of course we get the huge alt season that we had in 2017. And this is where you see Bitcoin dominance come all the way down and rub its nose right there on the 30% mark, down from the 90% mark that it was at earlier in crypto's history. Bitcoin dominance made a big run back up to about 70%. I thought it was going to go up to about 75 or 80, but now we're seeing it's getting pushed down consistently, and it sits here at about 62%. At 62%, knowing that each altcoin season, it seems to push deeper and deeper into Bitcoin's dominance, we can see here that from 62%, even just to the previous altcoin highs of 32%, we can see that there is a lot of room for alts to grow. Even if this market doesn't grow at all in total value, we can see that this $278 billion could have something like $140 billion shift into the alts, even if the total market caps don't grow, and that's just by eating away at Bitcoin's dominance. So $140 billion, what could that do to some of these altcoins that have market caps of $5 million, $10 million, $20 million? We could see altcoin gains that parallel, if not explode past, all of the most ridiculous gainers of the last cycle, like Neo, like Ethereum, like some of these coins that you only wished you had a time machine and could go back in time and get your hands on before they had truly popped. I believe that's the moment we're in right now. Of course, I also believe that there is a tremendous existential risk on all sides here. So just because we have this opportunity doesn't mean you should take the unnecessary risks. That is a personal judgment that you need to make, and you need to constantly check yourself to make sure you're not overcommitting here. With that said, the first coin we're going to be talking about is called Acropolis. Essentially, they're building the tools to allow you to build a DAO. And this is both timely with the DeFi hype as well as interesting in general. Especially in crypto, it's always interesting to see platforms over specific products, especially when it comes to DeFi. Because what this is essentially allowing people to do is build their own DAOs. Like you've heard of the Kyber DAO, you've heard of MakerDAO, you've heard of the Compound DAO and their governance token. These are the explosive sort of governance tokens that have created the hype around DeFi. So empowering people to build them more seamlessly with less friction could lead to an absolute explosion of the DeFi ecosystem. As you can see, they already have integrations with Compound, Fulcrum, Aave Lend, DYDX, Maker, and Curve. And they've already built two products here. The first one is called Sparta, which essentially they allow you to create your own community bank, monetize your ideas, build your own reputation on chain, and most importantly, access under collateralized credit based on trust. So this is one aspect of crypto loans that needs to truly evolve, because in the real world, we don't access loans based on over collateralization. I don't say, hey, I want $10 from the bank, but I'll give you 15 just to make sure that 10 is safe. But that's kind of the way it works here in crypto land. I mean, if you look at the Synthetics platform, I had to deposit like $400 just to take out 40. There's something like a 750% collateralization rate, which in the real world is just ridiculous. That's not a product that people want. However, what people do want is credit. People want to get their hands on money that they don't have. Under collateralized loans or credit is a product that I think is very, very interesting. They're not the only one doing this. However, this is a part of the industry that I could see growing by leaps and bounds in the coming days and months. So this is just days ago that they launched their Acropolis protocol on Ethereum mainnet. So their first use case that they've already built is called Sparta, which is again under collateralized loans or credit. And their second use case is automated passive investing or income wrapped in one easy to use product. Yield farming, essentially. So they have credit and yield farming, which again are two incredibly hot DeFi concepts. Combined, they offer the native DeFi equivalents of core financial services, insurable savings, variable and fixed rate savings deposits, and access to credit without reliance on the traditional banking system. So I always like to see in Medium articles too what the top highlight is that shows what people are most interested in, and of course, Sparta is an under-collateralized loans and savings pool designed to deliver access to under-collateralized credit and provide combination of native yield and interest rate income to its members. This is what's most interesting to people about this project. And again, I see the need for under-collateralized loans as a much bigger product than fully collateralized or over-collateralized loans. That's just reality. But that's the way it had to be in these early stages. Again, under-collateralization leads to increased risk. And so that increased risk will have higher yield. However, sitting here at a market cap of just $18 million, Acropolis here as the 322nd ranked token in the world, you can see its chart here. It had this nice run up, little cool off here, resetting its jets, and now it looks like it's onward and upward for Acropolis. So I'm really interested in this token. I'm definitely gonna get my hands on some Acropolis tokens, and I'm excited to see where this project goes just because it fits the DeFi narrative. It's way smaller than other competitors in the DeFi space. They're a platform allowing others to build decentralized autonomous organizations and DAOs and banking services on top of them, making it simple so that you don't have to be a tech genius to launch your own DAO, which could lead to an influx in a lot more communities trying to do these types of things. And then of course, the under-collateralized loans, I think, is a novel concept that I think will give them a little bit of edge in the market. Next, we have Anchor, which is the blockchain cloud infrastructure for Web 3.0. Anchor is essentially something that makes it so that you can deploy a blockchain node in minutes for almost any blockchain you can think of. I can search any project, Matic, I can search Algorand, I can search Binance, I can search Ethereum, I can search Bitcoin, any project that I want to get my hands on and start a node for. These guys make it so that I can deploy one in just minutes without any tech savvy. And here you could see they're trusted by little names like Binance, Matic, Harmony One, Ontology, Zilliqa, Oasis, KuCoin, Coin1. These guys are super legit, and they are providing a service that I could see becoming more and more popular, setting up staking nodes, setting up proof of work nodes. All of these things becomes more profitable, and of course, requires a technical skill set that most people don't have. So Sandeep, one of my buddies over there at Matic, who started Matic, who's actually a really nice guy, has been on the channel, he's saying Anchor's one-click deployment makes it possible for non-techies to participate in our staking event as a validator, and their distributed infrastructure will ensure the utmost decentralization of our POS validator network. They're backed by heavyweights, and it's an important service they're providing, allowing people to easily deploy nodes. And of course, you can see they keep locking in partnerships, for example, with Elrond. I know a lot of you guys are excited about Elrond. Elrond's been so explosive. I really like the Elrond project. Actually, embarrassingly, don't have any Elrond right now, mainly because I've been waiting for this thing to cool off. It just simply has not cooled off. But again, you can see Anchor partnering here with one of the most explosive projects in all the cryptocurrency space, Elrond. So I'm gonna expect them to keep expanding their strategic partnerships with heavy movers like Elrond and all the big boys that I've already mentioned. Here's a full list of all their partners. As you can see, you'll recognize tons of names: Polkadot, Kusama, Matic, Solana, Qtum, TomoChain, Tron, P-Chain, Ontology, IOST, Icon. You guys have eyes, you can read. I'm not gonna go through all these, but as you can see, this is a very serious project. And here I wanted just to shine a light on their tokenomics model, which is essentially that to use their services, you need to get your hands on the Anchor token. And as their services get more popular, as more and more people try to deploy nodes through them. And again, what's the ceiling on their business model? Their ceiling on their business model is how many nodes can be deployed. If they're constantly partnering with new blockchains and the popularity of those blockchains grow, then their potential net just continues to expand. So I think this project, and they also have an ROI for staking. Again, everybody just wants a staking mechanism in crypto. This looks like a tokenomics model that is set to grow. Partnerships check serious boxes. I really like what they're doing. I think it's a very interesting and useful thing for the entire industry. So I think sitting here at rank 147, market cap of 38 million, I think this Anchor project could have some serious room to grow. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys a fan of Anchor? Let me know in the comment section below. I think that this is a very interesting project to keep your eyes on if you don't already have some, and I'm gonna be sizing up my own entry point into Anchor as well. This next coin was requested by some FUD TV audience members, and so if you guys are wondering whether you can actually have an influence over this content, you do. I saw Cardia Chain pop up on several videos, and then I started researching it, and I was absolutely blown away as to what they're doing. They call themselves the world's first fully interoperable and non-invasive blockchain platform. So their first product here, On Sports, is a subsidiary of the largest national TV channel in Vietnam, VTV Cab Sport. They chose Cardia Chain as the blockchain platform for their current user base of 200,000 people to offer a new feature for live stream token donations for football players, soccer players, and prediction games on blockchain for millions of soccer fans in Vietnam. And their list of partners is as long as it is impressive, with Chainlink, Neo, Matic, Blockcrafters Capital, Band Protocol, who we covered yesterday, Contentos, obviously in the sports world, that's huge. We also have a bunch of, as you can see, local sort of sports and TV affiliates. So as we're looking at Cardia Chain here, which, doesn't have much token history, but it's sitting here at $19 million. For all the things that they're doing, I think that there's plenty of room for them to grow, and it's certainly a token that's on my radar. I'm not rushing into it. It's had a big pop, so I'm gonna wait and see. Maybe it's gonna cool off, although it does kind of look like it's breaking out right now. I'm gonna wait and see if this thing cools off a little bit and size up my position. And certainly, I appreciate the suggestion from the audience to check this coin out because it seems like they're doing some really interesting stuff. So as usual, thank you guys for your input, and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below because they do have an impact on the content. I do read every single comment and I appreciate it. So make sure that if you want your coin covered on this channel that you leave a comment below. Yesterday, I did an episode on decentralized oracles for DeFi and I left out Teller, which literally calls itself the decentralized oracle for DeFi. Now compared to Band Protocol and compared to Link, I think Teller is a little bit less exciting. However, they're definitely more established than the DOS protocol that I covered yesterday, which would be probably the most risky of all these. But again, I think the Oracle hype, the Chainlink hype, is going to create a lot of opportunity for seconds, thirds, and fourths in the Oracle market. And for that reason, TRB and Teller should be on your radar. That's our bonus coin for today. Well, that's it. 3 new coins, 4, I guess, the bonus if you count Teller, that I think you should really have on your radar. As I said, this altcoin season is absolutely monstrous. And at 62% Bitcoin dominance, there is a tremendous amount of room for these altcoins to move in catching up to just the altcoin season of 2017. And that's not factoring in potential movement in the Bitcoin chart, which I believe is imminent. We have to see Bitcoin move at some point, sometime, and I believe if that move is up, then that might temporarily drain the alts, but eventually lead to an altcoin season the size of which we've never seen before. So I think that not only getting in the habit of analyzing a wide amount of projects, but understanding the trends of the market and how when the market trends like this, coins that are checking lots of boxes, have functional products, have communities that are growing and exciting, those coins can do some serious movement. As I've said many times, they're very risky projects, so approach with caution and never invest more than you can afford to lose. But I hope this episode has informed you again of 3 awesome projects here in the crypto space that you might not have known about. If you guys enjoyed this video and you enjoyed learning about these 3 new coins and you want me to keep doing videos like this where I investigate and dig into the market to find gems that you might not know about, then do me a favor and smash that like button. That's the one way that I can get a sense of how you feel towards this video. The more likes, the more I know what you guys liked about the content, and I can keep giving you more of what you'd like to see. Of course, if you're not subscribed to FUD TV, I encourage you to hit that sub button and don't forget to click that little bell notification. If you don't have the bell, you might not see the content until it's too late. Also, make sure you join my new Telegram group, Elio Trades Crypto, t.me/Elio Trades Crypto. It's going to be a really personal way to connect with me and a way that I can get to know all of you as well. So do us a favor and click the link in the description and join the new Telegram group, and we're going to hope to build up a really awesome community there as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.